Hi guys, this is Gail with Gail's Southern Living. This is going to be my miscellaneous Monday video, and I'm going to start off with some friend mail and then we'll go into a few other things. I did receive the chocolate mint from Indiana Backyard Gardener. I'm not going to open this. Right after this video, I'm going to throw this straight into the garden. So I don't want to reveal the condition. Hopefully it's okay and it'll live, but I wanted to let you guys know I received it. So, I won something on Garden State Gardener's Sunday Fun Day, and it was from the channel called Sifting Some Soil, and that's Mona, and this is what she sent me. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, purple. Nice. Very nice. There's a card. Thanks so much. Thank you for supporting Joe, Sifting Some Soil and More. Thank you, Mona. Something else in here. Oh, more purple. Look at that. Purple and purple. Love it. All right, let's make sure there's nothing else in there. So this is what I received, some chocolate mint and some yarn. And thank you so much, Mona, for the yarn. Very cool. I love the colors. Purple is like my favorite color, so that's really awesome. I will put the links to Sifting Some Soil and Indiana Backyard Gardener in the description box of this video. I'm going to go ahead and throw in Simply Jan Homestead's link as well, because she did win twice and she donated the second one over to me. So thank you so much, Jan, for that. I appreciate it very much. Today I'm going to be making a homemade sloppy Joe mix. So I'm going to start with 2 8-ounce cans of tomato sauce. Okay, and I'm going to do garlic powder, 1½ teaspoon, so that would be one of these, and then about half more. Okay, I'm going to hang on to that. And it says brown sugar, 3 teaspoons. There's 1, 2, 3. All right, hang on to that in case I need that anymore. We're going to do 1 tablespoon of minced garlic. I'm going to kind of round that off a little bit more. It's a little bit of a heaping, and I don't know if I want that much garlic in there. All right, so 1 tablespoon of minced garlic. Okay, sorry about that loud noise. Okay, so we're done with this. And then we're going to do a we're going to do a ½ teaspoon of salt. Okay. And a ¼ teaspoon of pepper, black pepper. Okay. And it calls for 2 teaspoons of chili powder, but I feel like that's going to be more than I actually want, so I'm just going to do 1. But that's just my own personal preference. And then it says 2 tablespoons of barbecue sauce, and I don't want to measure it, so I'm just going to kind of eyeball it a little bit. But this is really kind of what gives it the flavor. Okay, so okay, let me go back over the recipe. 2 8-ounce tomato sauce, 2 tablespoons of barbecue sauce, and I found an ingredient I did not get. Hold on 1 second. Okay, 1 tablespoon of mustard. So I am not going to measure it. I'm just going to squirt. Okay. Squirt that much in there. All right, let me go back to this. 2 8-ounce tomato sauce, 2 tablespoons of barbecue sauce, 1 tablespoon of mustard, 3 teaspoons of brown sugar, 2 teaspoons of chili powder, 1 teaspoon of black pepper. I did a 1/4 teaspoon though. 1½ teaspoon of garlic powder, and you can do a green pepper or onion if you want to. I did not do that for this recipe. And 1 tablespoon of minced garlic. Of course, you're going to want your buns and your hamburger meat. And you could brown your hamburger meat and then add it into here. I'm going to go ahead and stir this in. I think I have done this before, but it's been a while. It smells really good, guys. All right. I'm going to go ahead and get this on the heat. And I will bring you back and show you what the sloppy joes look like. But I bet it's going to be really, really super good.
Looks good, smells good. Can't wait to taste it. So I decided to do a little bit of a fall garden. So in this planter I planted zucchini, and there's also a little something else coming up. I'm not exactly sure what the other thing is. I'll decide if I want to leave it once I figure out what it is. But I basically got 2 in this spot. So I went ahead and transplanted 1 over here because I planted 3. I wanted to have 1 on each side and 1 in the middle. And in this section I planted 3 butternut squash, but I put 2 seeds in each hole. So that one came up, 2 came up here, and 2 came up here. So I think what I'm going to do in this case, I think I'm going to pull the weaker one and keep the stronger one, because there's only a certain amount that can fit in this planter. So I wanted to have 3 zucchini here and 3 butternut squash here. What else am I doing for a little small fall garden? Okay, so I kind of stopped watering the hyacinth and the sedum when the bugs attacked the garden, but then I did start watering it again. So I'm trying to revive it, pulled some of the dead leaves off. So this is the bucket where I planted the chocolate mint, but as you can see, it didn't work out. It was too dead. It took too long to get here. Totally not Adrian's fault, but it's just a thing. So I went ahead and decided, since I had put some fresh soil in here, I was looking for lettuce, but I couldn't find lettuce, so I decided to put some kale in here. It has some sun, but it also has a little shade. So I just figured I'd give it a shot since I was watering some things out here. So this section here is going to be Curly Sue Garden next year. A lot of the stuff's been pulled out. But I'm going to revamp this whole section. There's where I pulled out all the mammoth sunflowers. I left a couple of the sunflower stalks for the hyacinth to grow back on. So we'll see if I can revive the hyacinth over here. But that's my little bit of a fall garden. Who knows what else I might pull out of the hat over here. But that's a little update on my tiny little fall garden that I have going on. Basically some squash, some lettuce. Oh, and I did do some flowers too. Let me show you those. Alright, so just to keep a little pollination in the garden for the fall things that I'm growing, I went ahead and planted some hyacinth. There's also 4 o'clocks in here, but I don't know if those are coming up. There is some little things popping up here and there, so I'm not sure if that's zinnias, hyacinth, or something else. But anyway, also I had broke down this baby pool, and there was a lot of zinnia seeds, so I started to water it. And as you can see, some are coming up, so I'll have a little fall crop of zinnias. But you can see where I started composting this down. I kept the little root material, and I pulled off a bunch right there. I'll have to put that in the trash bin or somewhere else. But anyway, yeah, so I'm going to have some fall flowers to go with my little fall garden to hopefully get some squash pollinated over here. So, but this is pretty close to the planters. So this is what I have going on for my little bitty fall garden, which I normally don't do, but I feel a little bit gypped because of the all the bugs in my garden. So this is where I usually plant tomatoes, but I actually ended up planting some different things over here. So I pulled all of the weeds and things out of this area and started composting it, getting it ready for next year. I'm going to throw it down all my different composting in place materials. Then I'm going to cover this section with leaves. But I want to get some coffee filters in here, some shredded paper, banana peels, some eggshells, some chicken manure, which I did already start on the chicken manure. So anyway, once I get this section ready, I will cover it with leaves, and that way I'll know this section is done. So since I didn't really plant tomatoes over here, I planted them in a planter. This will be where the tomatoes will go next year. So this soil got to build up again. And I like to keep the tomatoes over here because hubby put in the T-post. And so I really just would like to leave them there. So I just have to work on amending the soil. So I worked on this yesterday. Thank you for watching my small fall garden update. I'm going to go ahead and add this into the Garden Tour Club because I can't tour the little bit of stuff I have, but I can show you what I planted for a fall garden. So Garden Tour Club ends August 31st. And I will be doing a drawing, and then I'll go straight into Fall Fest 24 giveaway. So straight from one collab to the next. Hopefully you guys have joined into Fall Fest 24 giveaway. You guys have a great day. Be blessed. Do something kind, guys.